My packing stress level is like a million.
A few hours later.
Sit on it. Us again.
Welcome to a new vlog. So today's video is going to be a little similar to another video we did because we are leaving on a trip tomorrow. However, this trip is for 3 weeks and in many different climates.
I feel like we can say where we're going because like by the time you see this video, we will already be on the trip and we're going to be really busy.
So basically we are going to a few different places in Europe. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks. So we're starting in Edinburgh because our friend Jenna is getting married and she invited us to her wedding, and
we're so excited for that.
We're so excited.
That's what started this whole entire trip because we were like, we're gonna have to go. We've never been there before, and it's her wedding. It's gonna be so exciting. So somehow that 1 week trip turned into like 3 weeks of us going everywhere.
Yeah, so basically since we were like planning on being in Scotland anyway, we're like, oh, well, Gabby has family in Amsterdam. Her grandma lives there half the year, and the other half the year she lives in Curacao. So we're like, we should just go to Amsterdam too. Why not?
But then that was supposed to be the end of the trip, but then we wound up doing a job with Virgin Voyages, and so we're going on a Virgin Voyages cruise, but this is not work. It's kind of like the payment for us and the job that we did previously. This is so hard to explain, but because of that, we got to pick a cruise. We're going on a Virgin Voyages cruise that goes like to Barcelona, Ibiza, France, more of Spain, just like so many different places, and we're so excited because I've been to France, but Shanna has never been, and neither of us have ever actually spent any time in Spain, so for us, this is gonna be just like the best thing ever.
Then after the cruise like ends in Barcelona, and then we're gonna stay there for 2 days, and then we're gonna head back home. So we're basically leaving on August 10th, which is tomorrow, and then not coming back until August 29th.
Yeah, so we're gonna be away for a while. The vlogging reality is that the day before a trip, all that you do is really get everything ready for the trip.
Well, that's what we do. Some people do it many days in advance. We are very last minute.
We travel a lot, so at some point you stop doing things way in advance. You start doing things like the day before. So for us, the day before is always like crunch time, like get it done. And also we're lucky this time because our flight tomorrow is actually at night, which means that we have all day today and actually like majority of the day tomorrow, which is so nice.
Yeah, so today I already like cleaned or vacuumed like our apartment, and I'll just like wipe down some stuff because we always like to leave our apartment as clean as possible for when we're gone because Rascal's gonna get cat litter everywhere anyway. So besides that,
I'm looking at him.
Oh, okay. So besides that, we try and keep it like really clean before we leave, and we do have people watching Rascal, like our friends are coming to watch Rascal while we're gone. I think the only thing we really have left to do today is pack, but it's gonna be a hard packing today.
And we are going to pack for this 3 week trip in a carry-on each. So I think
us carry-on-only girlies.
It's possible to do it, but obviously a wedding makes it a little more complicated because we do have to like try on and figure out what we're wearing to the wedding. We'll figure it out. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Now what we're doing is we're making a little list of the things that we need to do before tomorrow. Since we travel so often, we typically like don't forget anything because it's just like a routine for us now.
Yeah, like we don't actually make a packing list because that part we just know.
No, we're just doing like
all right, pack my suitcase.
Yeah, we're just gonna make a list of like all the stuff that we want to get done before we leave tomorrow. Oh, and another thing is like when you live in New York City and you park on the street, you need to find places to park your car when you're traveling, and obviously we can't park at the airport because that would be so expensive for parking for 3 weeks. So sometimes we'll park it near where Gabby's dad lives because in his neighborhood of Brooklyn, there's no alternate side parking on certain streets. But this time I'm actually going to drive to my parents' house in Long Island and leave my car with them because obviously there's no street cleaning in the suburbs of Long Island, but also like the airport, JFK, is like in between like where we live and where my parents live, so it's actually not that far for them to like drive us to the airport. So we're gonna leave my car in Long Island, so Becky's gonna have a little summer vacation in Long Island while we're away.
She's gonna be chilling.
And my dad is like really obsessed with cars, so we like every time we leave my car with them, he always like cleans it and fixes stuff that I didn't even know was like wrong with my car. So
I made a list. Tell me if I'm missing anything. I love to write lists out, and Shanna always makes fun of me, but like I feel like I remember things better when I write it down versus like type it onto my notes app on my phone. Then I just like immediately forget.
Yeah, I
also never check any lists off, including these, because I'm chaotic. So I just write it.
I like writing it on my phone better because I feel like I always have my phone with me, and like with these papers, like it's good for when you're like at home, but then if we like, for example, write a grocery list on one of these. We hardly ever remember to actually take this piece of paper to the grocery store.
Okay.
And then we're like, we made the whole list, and we don't know what we're supposed to get because we wrote on paper.
Whatever, I like my list.
Sometimes I even take a picture of the freaking paper because I know Gabby's not going to remember the paper.
I never remember the paper. And if I do remember the paper, I don't remember a pen to check things off of the paper. So either way, I mean, but this one is fine because we're at home and like this is a list that we're only using for the next like 10 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, look at the list and tell me if I'm missing anything.
Okay, 1, pack suitcase. Yeah, obviously.
Gotta do that.
Pack camera bags. We know that.
Charge everything. And we mean everything. Anything we're gonna bring, charging has a charger.
Yes. Do cat litter. Great.
That's me. There's a lot of cat-related things that have to get done before we leave, and those can be left to like tomorrow, kind of, but still needs to be on the list. Find
you
something.
should do write out garbages.
Garbages. Oh yeah, always take out all of your garbages when you leave your apartment. We always put a new bag in that way. So garbages. We always do the garbages and the recycling because if not, then
There's
I don't
a
know,
chance,
you can get bugs
yeah.
or something.
And
or
we
you
live
can
in
get
New York
something
City.
molding. You don't want to deal with that, especially a long trip. Like if it was a 4-day trip, maybe we wouldn't do all the recycling, but in this case, we probably would do it anyway.
We caught up with all of our work stuff, not our blog, because, you know, we're always
Yeah.
behind on our blog. But
That feels good,
But we
I
did
gotta
do a lot of blog posts, like, during the time that we were home, and then we caught up on all of our work stuff. So, basically, we sent in everything for, like, our branded work that we have to do, and then we're just waiting for it to, like, either get approved or for us to get a date to post it, which is good because then hopefully we shouldn't have to do any work while we're away, except for, like, there's, like, certain little things that we...
Yeah.
like, kind of have to do, but, like, it's not, like, a big campaign or, like, a big project that we have to do while we're traveling.
Basically, we worked really hard this week, truthfully, to get everything done. And the only thing left is the blog, even though I feel bad because we're going to so many places on this trip the fact that the blog is not caught up on means that, like, by the time we get back home, there'll be, like, 5 extra places to go on the blog, which is
But then I think we'll be
itself.
home for a longer period of time where I'll be able to catch up on it.
We say that every time we get home.
Okay, so I think we're going to start packing now, and I'm going to go first, and I think this is going to take kind of a long time because we have to be very intentional with what we pack. Like we said at the beginning of the video, we're going to like a bunch of different climates. So like in Scotland and Amsterdam, I think like the highest it's going to be is like 70 degrees, so like we can't wear shorts. But then in Barcelona and in Spain and in France, it's going to be like 80, 90 degrees, so then we need to only wear shorts. So I think I'm going to pull out the items of clothing that I want to bring, make sure I like look at it all and make sure it all goes together and then pack it, which normally I just like pack everything like immediately because I already know what I want to wear. But for this trip, gotta do things a little bit differently. So I'm gonna lay it all out on the bed and hopefully Rascal doesn't get mad at us.
My packing stress level is like a million.
Okay, so I think I'm done with the clothes portion. So these are 3 pairs of pants that I'm going to bring, and I'm going to wear one of them on the plane. Not sure which one yet. And then these are my pajamas, these 2 things here. Then I have 3 pairs of shorts, 1, 2, and then I have a black pair of shorts somewhere. Oh yeah, back there, 3. Bike shorts. And then I have bathing suits, a sports bra. And this is like my purse that I'm going to bring with like all my sunglasses in it. And then this is like one like nice like 2-piece matching set that I want to bring because I can also wear the pants and the top like separate if I want to. And up here are my shirts, and I feel like I need to go through these and probably take some stuff out. I feel like I don't need all of these shirts, but then again, maybe I do need all of them. I don't know. And then this is like the jacket I'm going to bring. It's just like a leather like overshirt from Aritzia, and then my outfit for the wedding. So, okay, so a few hours later, I think I got everything to fit. So these are my shoes that I'm bringing. Well, I'll just lift this up. So the shoes that I'm bringing, sandals, sneakers, flip-flops, and then I'm going to wear like a different pair of shoes on the plane, beauty stuff, underwear, travel adapter thing. And then in here, that's my wedding outfit, and then my pants and shirts are in these cubes here. So, not sure how much room we're gonna have if we have like other stuff that we want to get, but luckily, like we once we get to the cruise, we don't have to worry so much about like making sure that our stuff fits in a carry-on only because we'll be like on the cruise ship the whole time. So it's really only the first 2 places that we're going to. Kind of gotta make sure everything fits in the carry-on. But I do have like a little bit of space, so I think if we bought something, could be able to squish it in, but we'll see. So one thing that we had to do for this trip is, since we are traveling through the UK, they're really strict about like what liquids and like how many, well, not what liquids, but like how many liquids you have on you. Like in the US, as long as they're under like 3.5 ounces or whatever milliliters, it doesn't matter. But in the UK, you can only have like one little plastic baggie like this size, like for all your liquids. So luckily, when we were in Grand Cayman, it's like a UK territory, so we had to do that, and we didn't remember that. So they gave us a plastic bag. So now we saved them for this trip, and we are like leaving from the Edinburgh airport to go to Amsterdam. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to do the liquid thing. So we just basically made sure that all of our liquids fit in like one little baggie each. And luckily, since we are a lesbian couple, we have less liquids than normal because we can share stuff. So all of ours, I think, should fit. All mine fit. We'll see, but it should be like pretty close if not. And then Gabby, when she packs, is gonna test hers. But yeah, that's one thing to remember, is that if you're traveling through the UK specifically, I mean, we've gotten like, this has happened to us in Heathrow like 2 or 3 times, but even like when you transfer there, you have to take all of your like you have to take all of your liquids out of your bag, and if you don't have one of these bags, then you have to put all your liquids in this bag, and we've had to like throw stuff out, and like we've been late to like connecting flights and stuff. So now we know whenever we're going to the UK, we make sure we do that. I'm not sure if like anywhere else in Europe has the same like strict rules, so I guess we'll see, but at least we know that all of our liquids fit in that bag, if so. Gabby's suitcase packed.
Did it.
Is it gonna close?
Maybe.
My suitcase packed. Is it gonna close? We'll see. You should film me trying to close it.
Okay, let's do it.
And see if it's gonna be.
Sit on it.
I think it's gonna close.
If you don't sit on your luggage,
To close it.
what are you doing?
I think it's actually not gonna be that difficult.
Yay, good. Love.
Sometimes like when there's too much stuff, it doesn't like line up the right way, but.
I love when you sit on a suitcase and it's actually not that hard to close, because we've had some suitcases where we spent like 10 minutes trying to close it, and in the end we won.
And
But
sometimes we're like arguing with each other, like, you're supposed to pull from this side, no, you pull from this side.
or like if the two of us are sitting on the suitcase at the same time, you know that it's a hard close.
Yeah, this one is.
Good to go.
Good to
Yes, success. Rascal may be on to us.
You saw the luggages.
He saw the luggages and he knows what that means. You okay?
About $1 in euros.
$1 in euros, bringing our money back.
So we're gonna bring this back. And I have like 5 pounds in my passport holder, so we have some foreign money already.
We always keep money from places, but then when we actually go back, we forget to bring it. So I'm proud of us right now for actually bringing it.
Same. All right, Gabby's turn.
It's time.
Let's see.
I always do it like this way. Align yourself.
Align yourself, suitcase. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. It's unaligned again at the bottom. I will say we have packed for shorter trips, and it's been harder to close our carry-on suitcase.
That's 100% true. And Shanna and I have talked about this before. This is distracting me from actually closing my luggage. I think that sometimes it is harder to pack for a shorter trip, and you pack more than when you have a long trip. Because when you have a long trip, you like know. You're like, I'm gonna need this many pairs of jeans, this many pair of underwear at the end.
I feel like you're more like conscious of it.
Exactly. But when you have short trip, you're like, well, maybe I want to wear this. Why not? And
Oh,
you
I
like-
have extra room because it's only blah, 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 blah days.
And you pack more stuff, and then you don't use all of it. So I'm sure on this trip, we'll probably use every single thing that we brought.
And we're gonna have to do laundry at some point.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Voila!
It closed. Wow. We've had way harder
Ooh.
times closing our luggage.
It's heavy though. They better not weigh this.
Nah, they ain't gonna
Feel
weigh
it. It's heavy. You can tell.
No, it's not heavy.
You don't think?
No. Okay, so now we're taking a little break because the only thing we have left to do in terms of packing is still pack our backpacks, which is like our camera equipment and like anything like that we use like on the plane and stuff. But that takes like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to pack because we're like so good at it because we travel all the time. So we're gonna wait to pack that and take a little break. So I'm gonna play Animal Crossing, and Gabby's gonna make us a little like late lunch. So she's making us like frozen scallion pancakes from Trader Joe's that we had in the freezer, and some like frozen like vegetable dumplings from Trader Joe's that we also had in the freezer. So we're gonna have that for lunch, and then just relax a little bit. And then in a little bit, we're gonna pack our backpacks, and then Gabby at some point has to paint give us like pedicures. But we won't show that because we don't want to give the dogs away for free. She's gonna do our nails tomorrow. Usually we do our nails like as close to the trip as possible so that they last as long as possible. And since we're going away for 3 weeks, it lasting as long as possible is good. So we're gonna do that later too. But other than that, we're like kind of getting through our list a little bit. Okay, now it's time to pack my backpack. Gabby says she already packed hers.
I already packed my backpack.
I didn't even see her do it.
I was so bored. Shanna was playing her game and I was like, I have to do something. So then like my stuff was already out when I packed my luggage. So I was like, I'm just gonna carry it to the kitchen and put it in my bag. So my bag is fully packed. It's stuffed, by the way. To the
Stuffed?
band. Yeah.
All right, so we typically use our Brevite backpacks almost all the time unless we're going somewhere where we're gonna be like hiking a lot, or like maybe my bag's gonna get wet a lot, and then we have like a more like water resistant one that we use. But I love this one because it looks like a regular backpack, but there's like a camera cube in it. So I gotta try and put everything that needs to go in here, and hopefully it all fits and it's not stuff like Abby's. We are remembering Grand Cayman. We said that our GoPro broke. Well, we did get a new one. We got the exact same one because it was the cheapest, because they came out with like newer models after this one. So the newer ones are more expensive and this one was cheap. So we've got the same camera again. So we have a GoPro again.
Okay, so here's my bag fully packed. Like I said, it's really kind of heavy. You can tell it's stuffed, but I always have to have the tripod with me. I have a bunch of other stuff in here, camera equipment, and just like my makeup didn't fit in my suitcase, so it had to go in here. But also we got this little like contraption, I don't know what to call it. It's called a Clipsta. We got that on Amazon, and it actually like it's like magnetic, and it holds your like big hat to your bag.
Pretty sturdy.
So far it seems kind of sturdy. It's fallen off once or twice, but I kind of think that it's the shape of my bag. Maybe I just need to like move it around, mess with it a little more.
You could also put it on your luggage, remember?
Yeah, I could also put it on my luggage. I do think it probably works amazing if you had a tote bag, because I've tried that before, but this is just the best way to do it, to like take it on the plane. So that'll be convenient, so I can actually wear this on a trip.
Okay, so update. It's now 6:30, and we got an email of like some branded stuff that we needed to fix for like a post to go up. And we wanted to just make sure that we got it done before we left for Europe, because we don't want it to be like over our heads or like, you know, annoying to try and fix while we're traveling and in a different time zone. So we just spent like an hour or so just like fixing like text on like some stories and stuff. That's the reality of our job. Sometimes we have to work past working hours and do things at random times.
Proof that I was here in the office. I know everyone says I never am in the office and I never work from the desk, but 5 minutes before Shanna filmed this clip, I was here at my computer doing things.
She was. I will attest to that.
Admit it.
It's the truth. So now I think we're gonna go shower and then maybe do pedicures.
Slash dinner.
Now
dinner time.
Except that because we had lunch at 2:30,
I'm not hungry either. We could have late dinner.
Yeah, I mean, we have late dinner tonight.
But I started my pedicure. I just didn't finish because then the work email came in and I was like, okay, guess I'm going to pause my beauty hour for this.
But anyway, so that's all done. And we only have a few more things left to do on our list. Good morning, everyone. So it's the next morning now, and I'm making Gabby and I coffee, and we are leaving in like later in the afternoon to drive my car to my parents' house and start our journey to Europe. We didn't end off the video yesterday because we didn't do anything else. We just like ate dinner, but we are doing a little bit more stuff today, so we figured we'd show that. And also, I was wearing the shirt that I got when I went to the Eras tour when it was here in New York, and then last night Taylor announced 1989 re-recording Taylor's version. So it's good luck, basically. But anyway, yeah, so I'm making us coffee. Gabby's gonna have cold brewed this morning because we don't have any more milk. We only have this creamer, and there's only like a little bit left. So we're both having cold brew this morning, and then Gabby's gonna start on our nails, and I have to edit this video that you're watching right now. Nails are done.
Done.
These are mine. I'll show you mine. They're like green wavy. We just got this green color the other day while we were doing laundry because the nail supply store is like right next to the laundromat. So I got this, and then Gabby, well, I got this. I mean, Gabby did this. And then Gabby did this on her nails.
It's like floral, groovy kind of look. I don't know. It kind of matches the outfit that I'm wearing to the wedding, and I thought it was like very Spain.
So, I mean, hopefully these last till Spain. I don't know, that's the last stop.
I planned it just in case it did. This encompasses the whole trip. It needed some color. I like how Shanna's came out the best.
But anyway, this is going to be the end of this video because we have a little bit more things to do, but we don't need to show you that because we showed you like a bunch of things that we did to get ready for this
what's
trip.
left is just setting up stuff for the
and taking
cat
out the garbage.
and cleaning all the garbages, basically, and doing the dishes. So I don't think you need to see that. You saw the nails, and that's the fun part.
The fun part.
And that just shows that we're ready for our trip, so let's go!
So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned because the next videos are gonna be all of our European adventure.
Euro trip, let's go!
Bye!